Have you ever noticed something strange? You step into the shower to feel refreshed and recharged, but instead you come out feeling completely drained. Your head is spinning, your heart is racing, and instead of feeling energized, all you want to do is lie down and sleep. If you're over 50, this isn't just common fatigue. It's a warning sign from your body. Today we're going to talk about how a simple daily shower might be silently shortening your life. Yes, you heard that right. Your familiar routine could actually be dangerous. This is something the greatest physician of antiquity understood perfectly. In this video, we're uncovering a shocking truth. We'll reveal exactly how the great Avicenna advised older people to bathe. You're about to learn a secret that contradicts almost all of our modern habits. A secret that will help you preserve your energy, protect your heart, and potentially add years of healthy life to your journey. Before we continue, let me know in the comments, how do you prefer your water? Scalding hot or refreshing and cool? I'm willing to bet your opinion will change forever by the end of this video. Let's take a quick step back in time. Imagine the ancient East in the 11th century. This was the era of a man whose name changed the history of medicine forever. Ibn Sina, known in the West as Avicenna. He was a true genius. He authored the famous Canon of Medicine, a masterpiece that served as the primary medical encyclopedia for centuries, training doctors across both Europe and Asia. But Avicenna didn't just treat diseases. He was obsessed with the science of aging. He spent his life searching for ways to extend human longevity. Avicenna believed that health depends on a delicate balance of internal heat and moisture. He discovered a vital detail. What is beneficial for a young person can be pure poison for someone older. This was especially true regarding hygiene. The great healer devoted entire chapters to how exactly people of advanced age should care for their bodies. He developed strict rules that are more relevant today than ever before. In fact, modern medicine is only now beginning to confirm what Avicenna understood 1,000 years ago. Let's start at the very beginning. According to the ancient physician Avicenna, the root cause of aging is actually quite simple. The body is drying out. He called this the loss of innate moisture. Think of a fresh apple. It's firm and juicy. Now, as it loses water over time, it shrivels up and turns into a piece of dried fruit. Our bodies follow the exact same pattern. As we get older, our skin dries out, our joints start to creak, and our blood vessels lose their elasticity. And this is where many people make a major mistake. We've been led to believe that water always hydrates, that the more we wash, the more moisture our skin absorbs. But that is a complete myth. In reality, long baths and showers actually have the opposite effect, especially if you use soap. Water strips away the skin's protective oils. As soon as you step out of the shower, that surface water evaporates rapidly, and it pulls your precious internal moisture out with it. Your body dries out even faster. Avicenna warned about this centuries ago. He said that excessive washing actually accelerates the aging process. He believed that as we age, we must protect every single drop of our internal moisture. That's why his first rule for longevity is this: stop trying to soak an aging body. You're only making it worse. Now let's talk about the hidden dangers of high temperatures. Most of us love a hot bath, especially when our joints ache or our back feels stiff on a chilly day. It feels like the heat is soaking into your bones, bringing instant relief. However, the great physician Avicenna strictly warned the elderly against bathing in very hot water, and he had a very good reason for it. You see, hot water forces the blood vessels near the surface of your skin to expand. When this happens, blood rushes away from your internal organs toward the skin. As a result, your heart and brain are momentarily deprived of oxygen. This is exactly why people often feel weak or dizzy after a hot bath or a sauna. While a young person's body can handle this shift, for an older person's cardiovascular system, it is an immense amount of stress. Beyond that, hot water causes intense sweating. As you sweat, you lose that precious internal moisture we discussed earlier. Avicenna noted that excessive sweating drains the strength of the elderly. Their vital energy literally evaporates with the steam. We see the consequences of this all the time. Many seniors push themselves in saunas or steam rooms, staying until they are drenched in sweat, only to suffer from sudden spikes in blood pressure or even heart attacks afterward. So, please, remember this simple rule. The water should be warm, not hot. Aim for a comfortable body temperature, roughly 36 to 37 degrees Celsius, or about 98 degrees Fahrenheit. Avoid the scalding heat. What about cold water therapy? You've likely heard about the supposed benefits of ice swimming. Many believe the myth that icy showers boost the immune system at any age, claiming the cold shocks the blood into moving faster. But what is the reality? The ancient physician Avicenna was strongly against cold water exposure for the elderly. He believed that as we age, our vital heat naturally diminishes. Our inner fire burns lower. If you douse that flickering flame with cold water, you risk putting it out for good. Physiologically, extreme cold causes a sudden, sharp constriction of the blood vessels. Blood rushes away from the skin toward the internal organs, which can trigger a dangerous spike in blood pressure, or even a stroke. Even your joints, which already struggle with poor circulation, can become even more inflamed. Think of an old fragile glass jar. If you pour hot water into it and then suddenly plunge it into ice, it will shatter. As we age, our blood vessels become just as brittle. They need gentle transitions. They need comfort and care. So, unless you've been conditioning your body since your youth, skip the contrast showers. Choose only gentle, moderately warm water. It's the kindest thing you can do for your heart. Let's move on to how we wash. Think about your routine. You likely grab a rough loofah, work up a thick lather, and start scrubbing. You're aiming for that squeaky clean feeling, believing it's the only way to get rid of dirt and bacteria. But this is a dangerous misconception. Even the ancient physician Avicenna strictly warned against scrubbing the skin, especially as we get older. You see, as we age, our skin thins out, becoming as delicate as parchment paper. A harsh sponge causes micro tears and destroys the skin's already fragile protective barrier. On top of that, modern soaps are often full of aggressive chemicals that strip away your last natural oils. The result? Itching, flaking, and constant irritation. Avicenna recommended a completely different approach. He suggested using soft, natural ingredients, like bran or medicinal clays, that cleanse the body gently without scratching the surface. Today, the best thing you can do is ditch the rough sponges altogether. Simply use your hands or a very soft cloth, and instead of harsh soaps, switch to a moisturizing cream wash or a shower oil. Remember, when it comes to mature skin, aiming for squeaky clean is actually the last thing you should do. Want to keep your skin looking youthful? Here is a secret weapon passed down from the legendary physician Avicenna, the power of oils. Avicenna believed that we should never let our skin touch water without proper preparation. That's right. Before you step into a bath or a sauna, you should coat your body in oil. He specifically recommended using warm sesame or almond oil. But why does this work? The oil creates an invisible protective barrier. This film prevents water from stripping away your body's internal moisture. It softens the skin and prepares it for the shock of temperature changes. As the oil nourishes the outer layers of the epidermis, water simply beads off. It washes away surface dirt without disrupting your natural lipid barrier. It's a remarkably simple method, but it works every time. Think about a piece of wood treated with oil. Water doesn't damage it. It won't dry out or crack. Your skin reacts the same way. Try applying a little base oil to your body 10 minutes before your next shower. You'll be amazed at the result. Your skin will feel supple and hydrated, with none of that typical post-wash tightness. But it doesn't end there. The oil ritual should continue even after bathing. The great healer Avicenna considered this step to be absolutely vital. As soon as you step out of the warm water, your body needs to be anointed with oil once more. Why is this so important? When you leave a warm shower, your pores are wide open, and moisture begins to evaporate rapidly. You might feel a slight chill. That is the exact moment your body loses precious heat and hydration. By applying a little natural oil to damp skin immediately, you essentially lock that moisture inside. It seals the pores, leaving the skin incredibly soft and supple. Avicenna recommended rubbing the oil in with gentle, massaging strokes. Pay close attention to the joints, the knees, elbows, and shoulders. This boosts circulation in these key areas, easing stiffness and soothing aches. In today's world, we often reach for store-bought lotions, but many are packed with alcohols and preservatives that actually end up drying out the skin. It's time to go back to basics. Use a simple olive or peach oil. It is affordable, it is safe, and it is incredibly effective for mature skin. Let's talk about the best time for a bath. Is there a perfect moment? Many people swear by a morning shower to wake up, while others prefer a long soak before bed. But the ancient physician Avicenna had a very specific rule. Never bathe on a full stomach, and never bathe on an empty one. It's a middle ground that most of us completely overlook. If you jump in the shower right after a heavy meal, your blood flow shifts away from your stomach and toward your skin. This causes digestion to grind to a halt, leading to bloating, discomfort, and gut issues. On the other hand, if you bathe while you're starving, the water can drain what little energy you have left, leaving you feeling depleted. Avicenna's recommendation: wait until your food has digested, but before you feel hungry again. That's usually about 2 to 3 hours after eating. He also suggested avoiding a full bath late at night if you're already exhausted. Bathing actually requires energy from the body. If you're worn out, a quick refresh with a damp towel is a much better choice. Ultimately, bathing should be a source of joy and vitality, not something that robs you of your remaining strength. How long do you usually spend in the shower? 10 minutes? Half an hour? This is actually a very common mistake. Even the ancient physician Avicenna was clear on this point. As we age, we must keep our washing brief. Staying in the water for too long can be draining for the body. Prolonged exposure softens the tissues and can leave your muscles feeling weak and sluggish. We've all seen our fingers prune up after a long soak. That's a clear sign that the water balance in your cells is being disrupted. For older adults, bathing should be a simple hygiene routine, not a marathon. 5 to 7 minutes in the shower is more than enough to get clean. If you prefer a bath, keep it to 10 minutes in warm water, just enough to relax, but no more. Think of it like a sponge. If you dip a sponge in water and pull it right back out, it stays firm and resilient. But if you leave it soaking for too long, it becomes soggy and starts to fall apart. Your body reacts in much the same way. A quick, efficient wash is the best way to maintain healthy skin and muscle tone. How often should you really be washing? In today's world, our obsession with cleanliness has reached a bit of an extreme. We're constantly told to shower twice a day, once in the morning and again at night. But is that actually necessary as we get older? The famous physician Avicenna had a clear answer. No. As we age, our metabolism slows down. We sweat less and our skin produces far less oil. Scrubbing your entire body with soap every single day isn't just unnecessary. It can actually be harmful. It strips away the skin's natural protective barrier. Avicenna's advice for older adults was simple. A full bath just once a week. Yes, you heard that right. Only once a week. So what should you do on the other days? The key is to focus on spot cleaning. Wash your face, your underarms, your feet, and maintain personal hygiene. This is more than enough to stay perfectly clean and fresh. Let's also debunk a common myth. Body odor in older adults often has nothing to do with dirty skin. Instead, it's usually caused by internal factors like diet or certain medications. Overwashing won't solve the problem. It'll only lead to dry skin and dermatitis. So, try cutting back on those full-body scrubs. Your skin will definitely thank you for it. The legendary healer Avicenna placed great importance on what he called the microclimate. To him, drafts and sudden temperature swings were more than just a nuisance. For the elderly, they were silent threats. Think about your own routine. You step out of a warm, steaming shower, only to find a window open in the hallway or the air conditioning running. That sudden blast of cold air hitting your warm, damp skin is exactly what Avicenna warned against. He considered it a dangerous mistake. Rapid cooling after a bath causes the blood vessels to constrict instantly, which can lead to sciatica, respiratory issues, and nerve pain. Avicenna beautifully described the body of an older person after bathing as being like a blooming flower, delicate and completely vulnerable to the cold. This is why you must dry off while still inside the bathroom, where the air is warm and humid. Never step into a cooler room while your skin is still wet. Dry yourself thoroughly, leaving no moisture behind. As water evaporates, it rapidly strips the heat from your body. Have a thick, warm bathrobe ready and put it on immediately. Most importantly, put on a pair of warm socks. Keeping your feet warm is a simple yet powerful rule that can protect you from a host of chronic conditions. When it comes to personal care, washing your hair is a topic that deserves special attention, especially for seniors. The ancient physician Avicenna advised against washing your hair too frequently, as both the hair and scalp can easily become dry and lose their natural nourishment. More importantly, he recommended washing your hair separately from your body. Here is why. Bending your head down while washing can cause a sudden rush of blood to the brain. For those with high blood pressure, this can trigger a sharp spike in pressure, leading to dizziness or blurred vision. This loss of balance in a slippery bathroom is a leading cause of falls and serious injuries among older adults. If you need to wash your hair, it is much safer to do it while standing upright under the shower. Avoid bending over the bathtub. Use lukewarm water and be sure to dry your hair thoroughly immediately afterward. Avicenna also suggested wrapping your head in a warm towel. It is vital that your head does not get cold after a wash, as a sudden drop in temperature can cause the blood vessels in the brain to constrict. This often leads to headaches and may even affect memory over time. Take gentle care of your hair and your health. Did you know that resting after a shower is just as important as the wash itself? For most of us, hopping out of the shower and immediately rushing off to the next task is second nature. We dry off and jump straight into cooking dinner or catching up on chores. But the legendary physician Avicenna believed this was a mistake, especially for the elderly. You see, bathing, even a quick rinse, is actually work for your body. Your heart rate shifts, your blood vessels expand and contract, and your body uses up a surprising amount of energy. That's why proper hygiene should always be followed by a period of rest. Avicenna's timeless advice was to lie down in a warm bed immediately after bathing. Simply wrap yourself in a blanket and rest in complete stillness for 20 to 30 minutes. During this time, your heart rate stabilizes, your blood pressure returns to normal, and your nervous system begins to settle. The energy you spent during your bath slowly flows back into your body. If you skip this step, you may find yourself feeling drained or sluggish for the rest of the day. So, try making post-shower rest a daily ritual. Give your body the chance to ease back into its natural rhythm. It doesn't take long, but the benefits for your heart and your health are immense. Hydrating from within. We've talked a lot about how moisture evaporates from the skin, but the great physician Avicenna taught that we should nourish our bodies not just from the outside with oils, but from the inside as well. Once you've finished bathing, are dried off and settled down to rest, it is essential to rehydrate. But don't just reach for tap water, and absolutely avoid anything ice cold. Drinking cold water right after a warm bath can cause sudden stomach spasms and put unnecessary strain on the liver. Instead, follow Avicenna's wisdom. Choose warm herbal infusions or plain warm water with a little honey. Ideally, the liquid should be close to your own body temperature. This gentle warmth replenishes lost moisture and warms the body from the inside out. It also helps improve blood flow, which is especially important for preventing blood clots as we age. A perfect example of this is the long-standing tradition in many cultures of drinking tea after a bath. Try brewing a light cup of chamomile or rosehip tea. Take small, slow sips while resting under a cozy blanket. You'll feel a soothing warmth spreading through your entire body as the tension melts away from your muscles. This is the true secret to finishing your wellness ritual in perfect harmony. Here is a simple yet powerful tip for your health. Let's talk about the benefit of foot soaks. The great physician Avicenna once suggested that while a full-body bath isn't always necessary, soaking your feet should be a frequent ritual. Why the feet? In both Chinese and Arabic medicine, the feet are considered a mirror of the entire body, home to countless vital pressure points. But there is a more practical reason. As we age, circulation often slows down, leaving us with cold feet. This causes blood to stagnate in the internal organs and the head. A warm foot bath before bed does something remarkable. It draws excess blood away from the head and down to your extremities. This naturally lowers blood pressure, relieves tension in the back of the neck, and helps you fall asleep much faster. Avicenna used this exact method to treat insomnia in his older patients. You don't need to get into a bathtub. Just fill a small basin with comfortably hot water, add a little salt or mustard powder, and soak your feet for 10 minutes. You will feel the relaxation instantly. For older adults, this is a wonderful, safe alternative to a nightly shower that promotes deep and restful sleep. Let's talk about the long-standing tradition of visiting public baths and saunas. For many seniors, this is a weekly ritual they wouldn't dream of missing. However, the great physician Avicenna warned against public baths in later life. Beyond the risk of infection, there was another serious concern: the air quality. In a traditional steam room or hammam, humidity can reach 100%. For an older person, breathing in such thick, heavy air is incredibly taxing. The hot steam can irritate the delicate lining of the airways, putting immense strain on both the heart and the lungs. Avicenna suggested that as we age, it is better to bathe at home, where the environment can be controlled. The air should be comfortably warm, but never scalding or overly humid. Proper ventilation is essential so that you can always breathe easily. If you truly can't live without the sauna, follow a few safety rules. Stay on the lowest bench where it's cooler, and limit your time to no more than 5 minutes. Most importantly, avoid intense sessions with sauna brooms. Your goal is to gently warm your body and improve circulation, not to put your heart to a stress test. Let's talk about the psychological side of bathing, something that's rarely discussed. The great physician Avicenna understood that healing isn't just about the body. It's about the soul. He noted that feeling anxious or fearful while washing can actually do more harm than good. For many seniors, a simple bath is often a source of deep anxiety. The reason is simple: the fear of slipping and falling. Statistically, the bathroom is the most dangerous room in the house. Between the slick tiles, the high walls of the tub, and a lack of support, many people remain in a constant state of tension, just trying to stay upright. That physical tension tightens the muscles, spikes the heart rate, and triggers stress hormones. At that point, any therapeutic benefit of the water is lost. Avicenna believed that bathing should be an experience of absolute peace and safety. Today, creating that safety is easy, and if you value your health, it's essential. Start by placing a high-quality non-slip mat in the tub. Install sturdy grab bars on the walls. If standing is difficult, use a specialized shower chair to wash comfortably while seated. By creating a safe environment, you allow the body to truly relax, turning a stressful task back into a healing ritual. How your bathing habits affect your digestion. We've talked about food before, but there's a crucial detail many people overlook. The legendary physician Avicenna linked frequent hot baths to poor stomach health, particularly in older adults. Here's how it works. Your body's natural heat needs to stay concentrated in the stomach to properly digest food. But when you soak in hot water, that heat is drawn away from your core and scattered across the surface of your skin. This leaves the stomach cold and sluggish. You lose your appetite, and your body stops absorbing nutrients effectively. This is often the hidden cause of chronic constipation and the physical weakness many people face as they age. By simply spending less time in hot water, you can improve your gut health more effectively than with a handful of expensive pills. Protect your internal heat. Don't let it go to waste in the bathroom. The power of aromatherapy. The great physician Avicenna was a strong believer in the healing properties of scent, especially for the elderly. He often recommended using natural aromas during bathing, not the harsh synthetic fragrances found in modern shampoos, but pure, essential oils, delicate floral notes like rose or lavender. But why is this so effective? As we age, our nervous system becomes more sensitive. Anxiety, restless thoughts, and sleep issues become more common. Inhaling natural aromas through warm steam has a profound therapeutic effect. These molecules travel through the olfactory receptors directly to the brain, instantly soothing the nervous system while steadying the breath and heart rate. Try this. Place a few drops of pure lavender oil on the edge of your bathtub before turning on the shower. As the steam carries the scent, you'll feel the tension simply melt away. This simple step transforms a routine shower into a true healing ritual for both the body and the spirit. This is the ancient wisdom of wellness. How to banish dry skin once and for all. Here is the ultimate routine for healthy, hydrated skin. If you follow the principles of the great physician Avicenna, you can forget about expensive creams forever. Your strategy consists of 3 simple steps. Step 1. Stop washing your entire body with soap every single day. Focus only on the essential areas. Step 2. Replace harsh bar soap with a mild, gentle cleanser and ditch the abrasive loofahs. Step 3. Always apply a warm base oil both before and after bathing. These 3 simple actions will transform your skin in just 2 weeks. The flaking on your legs will vanish. That frustrating nighttime itch will finally disappear. Your natural lipid barrier will be restored, making your skin feel firmer and more elastic to the touch. Most importantly, you will stop losing internal moisture. You will halt the drying out process of the body that Avicenna warned us about. This is the hidden path to staying young. and it is something anyone can do right at home. Adapting ancient wisdom for modern life. You might ask, does this mean I can't wash properly anymore? Not at all. There is no need for extremes. We aren't living in the 11th century. But Avicenna's principles are based on the laws of human physiology, which haven't changed in 1,000 years. Your goal is to integrate them into your routine wisely. Keep your daily shower brief. Just 3 minutes under warm water to freshen up, without soap or a loofah. Save your full deep cleaning for once a week. Be mindful of the temperature. Always dry yourself thoroughly in a warm room, and use oils to lock in moisture. Most importantly, make sure to rest after your bath. Don't hesitate to use a shower stool for your safety. And once you're done, enjoy a cup of warm tea. These small, simple changes won't cost you anything. They require very little effort, yet they take a massive load off your cardiovascular system. They will preserve your energy and extend your life. We've finally uncovered the incredible secret to longevity. It's surprising, but many habits we consider healthy are actually doing more harm than good. Over 1,000 years ago, the great physician Avicenna understood principles that modern science is only just beginning to grasp. Daily scrubbing, scalding hot water, long baths, and failing to rest afterward. These are the silent thieves of your health. They strip your skin of its natural moisture and put unnecessary strain on your heart. Here's the real twist. The secret to staying young isn't about doing more. It's about doing less, but doing it wisely. Preserving your body's natural heat and hydration is the ultimate key to a long and active life. To wrap things up, here is the golden rule. Use warm water, never hot. Keep your showers brief. Use natural oils to protect your skin. And finally, give yourself a moment of complete rest with a warm drink after you're done. If you start following these simple steps today, you'll feel an incredible boost in energy and a lightness you've never experienced before. Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you found this information valuable, please subscribe to the channel for more health secrets and give this video a thumbs up. I'd also love to hear from you in the comments. How long do you usually spend in the shower? And will you be changing your habits after hearing Avicenna's advice? I look forward to reading your thoughts.